So after a crazy year, I finally got some testing done for the miscarriages that I've been having. For those of you who may not know, I've had very early miscarriages, and since then, it's just been a wild, wild ride. So the first thing that had to get done was my HCG levels had to be at a level of 5 or below. And the first week they were at like 4,000 something, then it was 700 something, then it was 40, and then it was 7. So when my levels were finally at 7, my doctor was like, okay, we're just going to start testing now. So my husband had to come in and myself, and we both got tested for chromosomal issues, essentially. And what that is that maybe his sperm or my eggs weren't aligning our chromosomes properly, and so that was causing our early miscarriages. And so we got that test done, and it came back negative. So then we moved on to this crazy amount of blood work. There were like 15 of those little valve things, and they just took it all out of me at once, because with that chromosomal test, it essentially means I am the issue. My husband is not the issue as far as medical science knows right now. You know, things change every day. But yeah, so I had to go in and had to get all of these things of blood out, and I felt so lightheaded. And they told me I'd be lightheaded, but I kind of was being stubborn. I was like, I'm not going to get lightheaded. I'll be fine. Oh, I was having struggles, and they didn't have like any type of sweets or anything really even to eat in the area. So I had fun driving to find something sweet to eat afterwards. And those tests took forever. They took weeks and weeks to get back. But essentially they were testing for main genetic issues that could happen in utero, and they were also testing for autoimmune types disorders, for things like if your body is seeing the baby as a parasite, essentially. And all of that came back clean, which was really depressing because, you know, we hadn't talked about steps further than that with my doctor. And so then her next idea essentially was, well, let's have you come in. What we can do is it's something like a sonogram where we look to see if there are polyps in your uterine lining. She said, you know, it involves water, and a sonogram, and all of this other stuff. Now, I will admit, I got the blood work done. There was nothing wrong with it, and I was feeling kind of discouraged. I was also having some health insurance issues, and work was honestly just crazy. My life was crazy at the time, so I waited a few weeks before I even went in to do this testing. And when I got to my doctor, turns out she wanted to do a different test first. And essentially she took a swab of my uterus, and it tested for these different types of bacteria, which are healthy to most women, but for some women it isn't healthy to their body, and it's not good when you're trying to get pregnant, essentially. So we did that test, and while I was there, she sat me down, you know, she talked to me. She's like, if you want to keep going, we can do that type of sonogram testing. But from what I've seen from your previous sonograms from when I was pregnant, your uterus looks like a normal size. It looks like a normal type shape. At the end of the day, it's up to you. And after talking to my husband about it, we are deciding to stop the testing. And so I sort of expressed that to my doctor, and she said, well, you know, that's fine. That just means you're part of that percentage, the 50% of women who never really find out what's happening or what's going on. And, you know, because of that, I can't tell you what your chances are the next time you try to conceive. And, you know, and she asked me more questions. And I have to say, I love my doctor. I really do. And I know she only wants what's best for me. And I love that I wasn't being pressured or anything to keep going. So after that appointment, waited about a little over a week, and I got the results back from the bacterial test, and that's all normal too. So according to the majority of tests of just the most common things that could be wrong with you, I'm pretty much normal. I should be able to pop out kids like crazy. I'm sure I'm getting pregnant a lot, you know, for it. Hey guys, sorry, I had some company come over. But anyway, we are really together. Me and my husband kind of think it was my birth control that was the issue with this whole thing. Essentially, I had the Paragard IUD, and it's non-hormonal, but it is made out of copper. And after doing some research on complications from Paragard, as well as just what copper will do to your body, it causes infertility, and it causes miscarriages. But it's crazy because, you know, science can't really... They don't know everything. The process of making a life is so complicated. But right now, that's kind of what we think is going on with me. But we are going to wait to try to conceive until December, because that's when he's going to be out of school. And it'll just make life easier. We also are finally moving into our house. You can see all like my crazy stuff. This is like our little game room section. But I do plan to keep on making videos. I have lots of ideas, and honestly, this channel has made me so happy, and making videos has made me so happy. I'm so happy to have internet again, to be able to talk to everybody. So I will see you guys soon. Bye!